Trump's pick for Education Secretary is a conservative Christian and advocate for school choice. Betsy DeVos' support for vouchers and alternatives to traditional public education have drawn criticism, and a civil rights group questions if her Christian beliefs will impact transgender policies in schools. Joining us now is Derek McCoy, the Executive Vice President at the Center for Urban Renewal and Education. So, Derek, your organization works with poor communities and especially with lawmakers to advocate for school choice. Why is school choice so important for these communities?
Well, quite frankly, school choice is absolutely essential for hard-hit communities and poor communities. First of all, the public school system is failing. It's failing our kids. It hasn't been doing well, and it's really on life support in many of our hard-hit communities. If I look at it just only miles away from D.C., one of the most affluent African-American, and even you probably have a good amount of Hispanics as well within that community, are really, but you have schools that are on the need to improve list. You have schools that parents can't even send their kids to those schools and expect that there's going to be a great return on investment.
So what do you think then will be the biggest change in the Department of Education if Betsy DeVos is in as compared to the current secretary?
Well, I think it's going to be a phenomenal opportunity because Betsy DeVos brings a whole new flavor to the Department of Education. If you look at Arne Duncan, and then also John B. King, but really Arne Duncan, who served the longest term of the Secretary of Education with this current administration. He's always talks about, hey, all we need to do is look at test scores and graduation rates, and then that's really going to be our metric. Well, I don't think so. I think really what we have to look at is what are the best opportunity for kids, what's the best opportunity for parents, because money needs to follow those kids to various schools. It's not going to break down the school system that's currently there, but I think it's going to uplift, give choices, give variety. School kids learn in a variety of different ways. Technology has changed. Learning aspects have changed. Look at online school learning at kindergarten level for kids, not only homeschooling, but in parochial schools and Catholic schools alike, which has served the community for a long time.
Well, noting all of that, what do you think are some of the biggest innovations that Betsy DeVos could bring? Because all we hear about really is just vouchers in the mainstream media.
And that's a small amount of what she's talking about. Really, what I like about her is she has a long-term history in really trying to go after hard-hit communities and say, what can we do to help them? I think the innovation side of things are going to be really there. I think she's also going to look at it, and she does bring a value system to I think, Department of Education, but I think she's going to look at what are the metrics that really work? How can we bring some qualified metrics to that? And I hear so many arguments about, well, school choice just takes away from the public school system, and I don't think that's true at all. I think what it looks like is that if she comes to her position and becomes the Secretary of Education, I think what we're going to find is that she's going to really bring a great deal of, like I said, insight, variety, skilled team members in the Department of Education that's going to really look at those programs and say what's going to best serve our kids.
Very good.
Kid focused.
Yeah, absolutely. Derek McCoy, Center for Urban Renewal and Education. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Wyatt.